Mr. Federico from Italy and Mr. Giorgio from Italy. Yes? What did you learn this morning, Mr. Federico?
Many things, but which one is the first?
Yeah.
The best is the importance of communication and the fact that the top management is committed and they want to know what happens in the bottom of the organization. That's very interesting.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you so much. Giorgio, what was your biggest takeaway today?
Today for me is I understand the importance of communication, and another consideration about the discussion of the group was about all the little things that we can see, we can find here in Japan. And in my opinion, I think that all the process are thought for the customer that have to use the process, because every detail is exactly for the customer, for the people that use that process.
Nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Giorgio.
Can
Good
I
to
make
see you. Yes,
more?
yes, absolutely.
I like beer.
Yeah. I'm a comfortable cameraman, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm inviting.
Yeah.
And I kissed every bald head so far, so I'm going to kiss you later.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, what is very important of Japanese culture that I pick is the way that they love beauty. Everything they do is because they like beauty. And as a matter of fact, you can just look at the gardens and the way they take care of any single details, and they put together the flowers and they model the single elements in order to have a composition.
Yeah, it's visual beauty.
Yeah.
And it goes together with the environment on top.
Yes, I think this kind of beauty comes from inside. They want to have this beauty inside, and they build up so this kind of garden.
It's amazing, and you're look at what you're behind. Just a beautiful flower. It's just a beautiful place, and look at this view, and they found a beautiful location for this view. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, this is Thomas the Tank. You wouldn't know it, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And farming, he's going to change the world of farming, and I look forward to it. Now, I was in Vero Beach, Florida, and I saw chickens in somebody's front yard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think farming's coming to us.
There you go.
Okay, and I want it to go to everybody in the world just like you. I think it's so important to live off food that's within, I don't know, a mile from you or 5 miles.
That's right.
Okay, this is great. Now, tell me a little bit about what you learned today.
What I learned, one of the key takeaways I had was top management should always know what's happening at the Gemba.
Nice.
So what's going on the floor. And I know I can take that back to the company that I work for too, VWX Technologies, and share that. And also about communicating, the problems right away, taking that up right away. That was another good tidbit I got out of that lesson this morning.
Good. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Thanks, George.
And listen, I want you to be successful, so whatever you need from me, let me know.
All right, I'll remember that.
Yeah, I know you do great videos. I saw one where you had like the shovel and you're using your finger properly. You're like pointing, oh, there he is, this is the guy. And you're using your finger in the videos, which is, Paul Akers' tidbit.
That's right.
So he's actually showing you really well, but if you need anything else, you let me know.
All right, thank you, George.
Yes, love it.
I'll remember that.
And remember, here's my tidbit. When you're talking to human beings, deep down, you got to find that peace in yourself so people accept you for who you are.
Okay.
That's my tidbit to the world.
Okay.
But I know you got it.
All right. I appreciate that, George.
Thank you.
Am I the only one that didn't do it?
You ready?
Am I the only one that didn't do it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Sean, you know, Sean, listen, man, you're the right guy. You know, I'm coming over now because I got a good video of you. Good shot now. Are we ready?
Sure.
Okay, this is Sean, and where are you from, Sean?
Maine.
What?
Maine.
Maine. Oh, that's Main Street. Oh, I know where you are. Maine, USA.
Yep.
I was just there. That's awesome. Okay, now tell me a little bit about your company and tell me what you learned today.
I'm in the commercial construction HVAC industry.
Wow.
So ductwork, not fancy.
Who do you work for?
Well, I work for myself, but I work with two companies, New England Tech Air and Elgin Manufacturing.
Excellent. What did you learn today?
Well, I had heard before that lean was about problem solving. I had heard that from David Meyer, and it was nice to hear Shingo talk about the importance of just recognizing problems first before jumping to solutions. So it kind of reaffirmed some of the things that I heard before.
Nice. And David Myers, Jeff Liker's old
Yes.
co-author
Yes.
of Toyota Culture.
Yes.
No, Toyota Culture was Jose's. David Meyer was what?
He had two books. I can't rattle them off right now.
Okay, absolutely. So wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I forgot. You took video, so
No, I wrote the three things down. You said number one is you started, well, not number one, but you started getting all the supplies in China instead of having imported from Japan, right? You drank lots of alcohol with them, Gambay, to get them to buy the products, right? And then the first one was, I have the note right here. I haven't got it committed to memory yet. It's right here. I took notes. I took very careful notes on the whole thing right here. You said a master. No. Right here. There you go. Competitive bidding. You said competitive bidding. But the part that I didn't understand about competitive bidding, weren't you always competitively bidding?
basically.
I know, but why did that make the difference in China? Why was China...
Not in China. Wherever you go, competitive bidding is very good method to find a good supplier. Competitive. If you try to select from the one supplier, very difficult. That means
Also, multiple.
multiple times. Competitive bidding means the
multiple.
It's not multiple sourcing. From the a lot of suppliers, you get the bidding. Then you decide. But price is not the only factor you decide. Just a lowest one? No. Sometimes supplier will give you a very low ball. But they need to give you the quality and delivery. And also price.
Multiple suppliers, so I'm going to change my notes on that.
Yeah, instead of competitive bidding, multiple suppliers. Okay, here's what Ritsuo was saying, because I asked Ritsuo, I said, Ritsuo, what are the elements of TPS?
Yeah, that's right.
And he was laughing because you asked him, what's the number 1, 2, and 3 things to do with TPS? He says, it's not 1, 2, 3, because by the time I get there, I remember 4, 5, 6, and then, there's 7, and then there's 8, there's 12.
In total, maybe 10 or 12.
He says, I can't remember, but you got to ask Paul.
He filmed. So.
Yeah. So what are the elements of TPS that are important to you? you?
For me, or the ones that I've learned from Riccio?
The ones you learned from Ritsu.
Competitive bidding, which really means multiple suppliers. It's important that you don't just rely on one supplier, and that they're delivering both quality and price. Right? So that's one. The next one is that you want to make sure that you drink lots of alcohol with them to make sure that they're buying your product.
This is not TPS.
Hey, well, you got to do. And then the other thing is, instead of importing the parts from Japan, they had the parts sourced in China.
Yeah, local.
Right. So these were the three components that allowed Toyota China to turn a profit in the first year, as opposed to Toyota expecting it to happen in 3 years, and then after 5 years, all debt and investment wiped out.
Now let's expand that to TPS globally.
Right.
What are the elements of TPS on a global level?
Well, you'd have to ask Riccio that.
And you know what Ritsuo said? Ask Paul. And so you got this is
I would say it's all teaching and training. It's all the investment in the individual to learn how to think correctly and solve problems and improve. Is the fundamental underpinnings of what TPS is all about.
And then Ritsuo said this. He said it's hard to describe in a house. It's not 2 pillars or 4 pillars.
no.
It's all sorts of things, and it's complicated. It's not easy, and it's not like 5S at the base, and it's not just judoka and JIT. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So how do you describe it? And he said, ask Paul.
And I disagree, only because I think the key to life, based on what I've learned from Steve Jobs, is the ability to simplify it, distill it down to such a simple concept that the average person can look at it and say, oh, that makes perfect sense, I can do it. It's empowering. When you make a laundry list 10 things long, people go, oh, well, maybe someday I'll do that. But it's the art of simplification that gets all and has and possesses all the power. And that's the way I view life. That's why lean for me is simply seeing waste and eliminating it relentlessly on a daily basis. That's it. If you just get one thing, you've got it.
You know what? That's wonderful. What do you think of that?
Oh, anyway, TPS is very difficult to answer.
Yes.
The most difficult question he gave me is how you describe TPS
Yes.
to the person who was sitting next to you in the park.
I play that in every talk. Every talk I play that. You know nothing about TPS, and I know everything. TPS is together, okay? TPS is the accumulation of a lot of small ideas from everyone.
Yeah.
That's it, don't say anymore, thank you. That's it.
That's exactly what Paul said.
That's all it is.
You're saying what
The
Paul said.
accumulation of a lot of small ideas from everyone.
Yeah, exactly right. Wonderful. Thank you.
So that means in a sense, total participation. It's not the management people to do
Total
that.
participation.
Total participation.
And management supports and management at the bottom, not the top. Yeah.
Everybody. So it is total participation from the top, middle, and the floor workers, staff, everybody. Otherwise, very difficult. So total participation. So total participation means like a QC circle.
This is it. We're just getting it right now. This is it.
Like a quality control. This is a kind of total participation. Everybody set up the team for improvement. So that way, it is very important, very effective way for the company to do improvements. So it is not a suggestion system. No, total participation is the key. And what you do is the elimination of waste, yes. Improvement, yes. Problem solving, yes. And safety first, yes, and quality, delivery, many things. It's not simply tell the pillars. many things. So,
But it all stems from total participation.
yeah, and also on the basis, very important thing is how to grasp the fact. Without knowing the fact, you cannot solve any problem. So how to grasp the fact? you should go and watch. If you go and see, you cannot grasp the fact. You cannot understand. The first step of the problem solving is like a grasping fact. Without knowing fact, how come you solve the problem? Without knowing the problem, how you can find the problem to solve? So grasp the fact, then find the problem out of the fact. Then how you find the problem like a waste, like a standardization. If you standardize, you find the problem. Without standard, it's very difficult to find the problem. Because without standard, what is the definition of standard? That is my definition. Deviation from standard. So without standard, you cannot define the problem.
Which is abnormal, which is an abnormal
Yeah, that's
situation.
right. So if the standard is different, there are different problems. So depending on the company, maybe standards could be different. It's okay, your standard. But without setting standard, how come you can find the problem? You cannot find the problem. So those are linked.
I'm going to put a flow chart together and I'm going to add it to this video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it makes sense that people actually get this in a flow chart.
Yeah.
You have to standardize first.
That's right.
And the reason to standardize is not to have a standard.
No.
It's to identify the problem, the abnormal situation.
Yeah.
And with the problem, you go to the point of cause. Where did the problem originate?
Yeah.
And then you do the 5 whys.
That is cause analysis.
Yes.
The 5 whys.
Yes.
Then problem solving. So everything is linked.
And everybody gets involved, and now we have the start of TPS.
Yeah.
Good.
Everybody should be involved in it.
Ritual, you're the best.
No. That is not TPS, not put away. That is the understanding my way. It is Shingo's way. So if you ask anybody about TPS, they might have their own understanding. So maybe different from my understanding, because my understanding comes from my experience.
But one would say, and by one I mean me. Okay, I'm saying that your opinion is more fact than most people's determinate statement. They might say, this is it, don't ask anybody else. But I would prefer your opinion over other people saying this is it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, not really.
No, look, if I'm going to find out about lean, I'm going to ask people who I think might know something. You're one of those people. Paul is another one of those people. Norman Bodek is another one of those people. Jeff Leiker is another one of those people. There are world-class people out there that have a lot more insight. And then when they say you can stand on the shoulders of giants, it means that you have learned the meaning behind their words.
Oh, I see.
And then you make a little improvement on that, or you're able to say it a little better. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Please enjoy your dinner.
Good job, Paul.
Thinking about